Hello everybody, and welcome to another free tutorial from the Center of Academic and Professional English, CAPE. Here at CAPE we like to provide our students or people who come to visit our site with some tips and techniques to make your testing experience a little bit easier. And today we're going to look at IELTS Writing Task 1. How to write a report to describe a process. There's two things that I want you to be very careful about when we are writing a Task 1 process. First of all, look at your grammar. What voice should I use to describe this process? And this voice is going to be the passive voice. Now, as many of you may know, but this may be new for some of you, there's the active voice and there's the passive voice. Now, the active voice and the passive voice are different, but they're also very similar. So for example, I can use the active voice in the present tense, the past tense, the future tense, and also I can use the active voice in the perfect, okay? The same can be done with the passive voice. So it's extremely important that on Task 1 writing to describe a process, I'm going to use the passive voice. Well, what exactly is the difference between the active voice and the passive voice? The active voice shows what something does. So Thomas teaches test preparation at the NU Test Prep Center. Now let's change this into the passive voice. Test preparation is taught by Thomas at the NU Test Prep Center. Okay, so this is extremely important. When you're practicing your writing at home and you have an example to do a Task 1 report to describe a process, I want you to go to your books, look at your grammar, and find out exactly how to use the passive voice, or contact Tomas at CAPE or the NU Test Prep Facebook fan page, and I'll be able to help you and guide you along those lines. Now, not only do we have a specific type of grammar to use, we also have vocabulary, right? So there's a certain type of vocabulary that we want to use here in writing this process report. In a process report, there's step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5, step 6, step 7. Probably about 7 or 8 steps or stages. And we want to be able to link each step. Well, the first step, we can begin with first, second, but I'm not going to do first, second, third, fourth, fifth. We want to use other vocabulary to link. So I can use next, then, after that. If I'm changing one place, for example, going from the orchard or fruit farm, taking the fruit to the factory, then once we get to the factory, I can say here at the factory, right? We can use that. And then when we come to our last step, we're going to use finally. Now, writing this report to describe a process can be one of the most difficult things to do on the whole IELTS examination. But if you remember to use the passive voice, and if you practice the passive voice, if you remember the vocabulary to sequence, step 1, step 2, step 3, first, second, at the factory, next after that. Keep those things in mind and you're going to have a great testing experience. For any more questions that you may have, please contact Tomas. And we're putting the link on the bottom, the NU Test Prep Center, the Center for Academic and Professional English, and my page on Facebook. So contact me at any time for any questions you have. And remember, our motto here, test to success. Have a great day.